I have a map of London, so where do we begin?
You want to say that we're going on foot? I thought we would have a bus tour and see the whole city in a day. It's very convenient. It's great fun to take a bus tour of London because we go past all the famous sites like...
I find it boring. I hate those tedious excursions with huge amount of information, after which you don't remember a word. I prefer to feel the history, walking along the old streets and touching the ancient stones.
Besides, bus excursions with guides are not cheap.
I have an idea. I have read a lot about the history and culture of Great Britain. I can be your guide. I'll tell you a lot of interesting things in a popular manner. I promise it won't be boring.
And we'll save a lot of money.
If you want to see as much as possible, you have to get up early.
Your next westbound Circle Line train has just departed Temple Station and will arrive at Westminster in approximately 3 minutes. Once again, your next westbound Circle Line train has just departed Temple Station and will arrive at Westminster in the next 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you.
Right, yeah.
So that's what we're trying to 1 hour.
Mind the gap. Mind the gap.
The first thing you see going out of the tube at Westminster is Westminster Bridge.
What a magnificent view! It's so impressive!
The sight I see from here reminds me of the poem by William Wordsworth, Upon Westminster Bridge. Here it is. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by a sight so touching in its majesty. The city now doth like a garment wear the beauty of the morning, silent, bare. Ships, towers, domes, theatres and temples lie open unto the fields and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep in his first splendor valley, rock or hill, ne'er saw I, never felt a calm so deep. The river glideth at his own sweet will. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still. And there you can see the Houses of Parliament, which true name is the New Palace of Westminster, for it occupies the site of an ancient palace, which once was the sovereign's London residence. The four-faced clock on the clock tower is the largest in Britain and includes the famous 14-ton bell, Big Ben, which chimes on the hour. The Union Jack flies from the Victoria Tower by day, and the light burns in the clock tower by night, and all times when Parliament is in session.
It's incredibly interesting. I'm deeply impressed.
Here we are at Westminster.
The word minster means monastery. It was named Western Minster because it stood to the west of the city of London. William the Conqueror has been crowned here, and most British kings and queens have been crowned in Westminster Abbey. During the ceremony of coronation, the monarch sits on the chair, which has the stone of destiny inside. A long time ago, this stone was the seat on which the kings of Scotland sat when they were crowned.
Come on in. Never do that.
Please, could you please tell me when the changing of the guard
11:30 this morning.
and does it take place every morning?
Every morning at this time of the year, at the same time, 11:30.
And are there too many people? Should they come beforehand?
It will be busy today.
And how long time does it take place?
About 45 minutes it takes. for the whole ceremony from the marching across the barracks.
What happens is they'll form up here, and at 11:15 they go down to the Buckingham Palace. They march back here for about just after 12. You stand on that pavement there, about 11 o'clock, you'll see all the soldiers start forming up with the band.
I'll tell you something interesting about Buckhouse. The slightly irreverent name, Buckhouse, derives from the fact that the original building belonged to the Duke of Buckingham, from whom George III bought it in 1762. Can you see the royal standard above the palace? That means that the sovereign is at home, so you can wave your hand if you wish. The changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace takes place every day throughout the year. Do you think you could stand as still as the guards who guard Buckingham Palace? Even the horses have to stand to attention. I could hardly do it for an hour.